Okay, let's be honest. We've all had those weekends. You know the ones. No work, no school, no social obligations. Bless the rain for canceling that awkward family picnic. You've got snacks stacked like Tetris blocks, your phone's on Do Not Disturb, and the only plan is gaming until your eyes glaze over. But not just any games. You don't want a 120-hour RPG where you spend the first 5 hours adjusting your character's eyebrow arch. You want stories that grip you, mechanics that thrill you, and endings that actually arrive before Monday morning. So today we're diving into 20 absolute gems. Games you can start on Friday evening and finish by Sunday night. Some are emotional roller coasters, some are stylish, violent, or downright weird. And a few, they might leave you staring at your ceiling at 2 a.m. whispering, "What did I just play?" in the best way possible. Ever solved a murder mystery using only VHS clips? Explored a haunted island with a ghost hunting radio? Or cried over a tiny red ball of yarn? No? Well, you're about to. So grab your controller, microwave that leftover pizza, and let's embark on 20 unforgettable adventures. All finishable in one glorious, uninterrupted, snack-fueled weekend. Let's jump in. Imagination is a tricky thing. You're Henry, perched in a Wyoming fire tower, radio crackling with Delilah's voice. The sun dips behind pines as you sip your coffee, alone except for her. Then smoke appears on the horizon. You lace up your boots, tromp down creaky platforms, and chase clues through whispering forest. A waterfall bracelet, weird graffiti, an abandoned campsite. With each step, your banter with Delilah shifts from banter to confession. She teases you, comforts you, and cracks open your past grief. By the time you scramble up the final ridge, the sky's painted blood orange, and the truth you uncover about a missing hiker mirrors the confession you finally make into the radio. Solitude becomes connection, and you realize Firewatch isn't just about fires, it's about facing your own. Every family has a story. You're Edith Finch, returning to the Finch house before it's sold. Dusty halls creak beneath your feet, each door frozen in time. Nurseries, playrooms, forgotten diaries. You flip through voicemails and toys, then suddenly you're living each Finch's final moment. You float inside Barbara's snow globe diorama as a geisha doll, then toddle through Molly's cotton candy nightmare. Each vignette is a self-contained masterpiece, peeling back tragedy and joy like petals. At the climax, you pen Edith's final journal entry just as the house collapses behind you. Every heartbeat of the Finch legacy laid bare in a poetic weekend. Some doors should never be opened. You're Alex, on a friend getaway to Edwards Island with a vintage radio in hand. At first it's campfire stories and skinny dipping, but when you twist the dial, reality fractures. Time reverses, waterfalls flow uphill, phantom voices whisper. You choose your words, console Clarissa, tease Ren, banter with Nona, and those choices stitch the group's fate. Supernatural puzzles mirror your own past regrets, like your brother's absence and unsaid apologies. In the final cavern, you decide whether to seal the breach, losing a friend, or embrace the unknown. Your last radio call echoes, haunting and beautiful, and you realize Oxenfree isn't just spooky, it's about the voices that haunt us. Home is a story. It's 1995. You push open the door of your family's mansion. Dark, silent, notes scattered everywhere. You're Katie, just back from college to surprise them, only they're gone. With flashlight in hand, you wander polished floors and locked bedrooms, piecing together Sam's teenage coming-of-age through mixtapes, Polaroids, and love notes. You feel every heartbeat of her secret romance with Lonnie and your parents' struggles. At the attic's final door, you find Sam safe with Lonnie, ready to start a new life. Your journal entry, full of bittersweet hope, wraps the story. Gone Home proves the gentlest adventure can break your heart. Every thread connects us. You awaken as Yarny, a tiny creature of red wool on a riverbank. Towering grass and fallen logs become your playground as you tug yourself across chasms, swing from branches, and rewind your own yarn tale to solve puzzles. Each level unfolds like a living photograph. A childhood home at twilight, a frozen lake sparkling, an echoing quarry. Scattered letters and snapshots whisper of grandparents' love and a daughter's longing. In the finale, you brave a storm-lashed bridge and offer your last bit of yarn to bind two figures beneath a cascade of autumn leaves. Yarny's sacrifice stitches memory and hope into a perfect weekend marathon. Ever felt like you needed a breath of fresh air? You're Claire, plopping down on Hawk Peak Provincial Park with nothing but your trusty yellow backpack and a single goal: reach the summit before sundown. Instead of a straight path, you meander, trading fishing tips with a bird in a striped sweater, collecting shiny feathers and finding secret caves tucked behind waterfalls. The world unfolds at your pace, no rush, just the crunch of gravel underfoot and the sun warming your face. Each friendly face you meet, from a grumpy fox to a chatty chipmunk, feels personal, almost like old friends cheering you on. And when you finally crest the peak, the sky explodes in pinks and golds. Every step you took feels worth it. A short hike proves that sometimes the best journeys aren't about the destination, they're about all the small moments you collect along the way. Imagine diving into an ocean so vivid it feels alive. Every current, every pulse of light humming around you. You're the diver, slipping beneath the waves into an ancient underwater realm. No tutorials, no enemies, just you and shoals of fish swirling like living painting. You trail your hand along coral cathedrals, awaken stone guardians with glowing sigils, and watch as schools of neon fish part before you like oceanic traffic. There's a silent thrill in each new cavern, an unspoken story in every ruined temple you unearth. When you summon a massive whale to break free from dark nets, the swell of triumph is so grand, it makes your heart race. Abzu is more than a game. It's a guided meditation in motion, a reminder that wonder still lurks beneath the surface if you're brave enough to dive in. Sand stretches endlessly under an apricot sky, dunes rolling like gentle waves, and there, a lone robed figure stands at the horizon. That's you. No name, no words, just the soft whoosh of your cloak and a mysterious triangle-shaped mountain calling you home. You hop, glide, and surf across the sands, discovering ancient ruins that hum with lost magic. Occasionally, you glimpse another traveler, anonymous, silent, but you instinctively help each other. A guiding glyph here, a scarf boost there. Together, you scale collapsing pillars and cross wind-torn valleys, forging a bond that feels deeper than words. Finally, you climb the mountain's snowy peak, the world below a tapestry of your shared footsteps. Journey doesn't just show you a path, it makes you feel the power of silent companionship, of endless curiosity, and of a pilgrimage that's as much about the heart as it is about the destination. That mountain, it's not just any peak, it's Celeste Mountain, and you're Madeline, determined to conquer it despite the panic attacks that claw at your chest. At first, it's basic jumps, wall bounce here, dash there. Then the fog of doubt creeps in, spiky platforms, shifting blocks, and gravity-flipping rooms that make your palms sweat. Every jump button press feels like battling your inner fears. But between heart-pounding climbs, you find comfort in small victories. Nailing a tricky dash, discovering a hidden strawberry that whispers, "You've got this." The soundtrack swells as you face the storm at the summit, your reflection chasing you in a mirror-filled temple. And when you finally stand at the top, wind whipping around you, the triumph is sweeter than any high score. Celeste isn't just a platformer, it's a love letter to pushing through the storms inside your mind, one leap at a time. You wake in a pitch-dark forest, chased by faceless guards and strange dog-like creatures. There's no tutorial, no voice, only the pounding of your own heartbeat. You creep through crumbling labs, solve physics-defying puzzles, and hack into eerie machinery that stretches your sense of reality. Doors slide open to reveal unsettling experiments, children in stasis bubbles, mind-controlled swimmers in a stark pool. Panic and curiosity collide as you guide your silent boy through a world that seems to have forgotten humanity. The closer you get to the lab's pulsing core, the more you question who's controlling whom. And in that final, haunting sequence, when you fuse with a writhing mass of clones to escape, the shock of it all leaves you breathless. Inside is a masterclass in atmosphere and ambiguity, an unforgettable weekend dive into a world that will stick with you long after the credits roll. You're controlling two brothers at once, Naya and Nai, on a quest to save their dying father. It starts with a simple walk, one brother on each thumbstick, hand in hand, as you wander sun-dappled forests and muddy riverbanks. The bond feels real. When one slips, the other stops and waits. You solve puzzles that require perfect teamwork. Naya hoists Nai up ledges, Nai flips switches while Naya carries them across rickety bridges. As they climb icy caverns and escape thorn-filled groves, their relationship deepens in silence, a wordless symphony of trust. In the final moments, a heartbreaking twist forces you to choose which brother survives the perilous climb back home. Tears sting as the living brother cradles his lost sibling's ragdoll, trudging forward alone. This wordless fairy tale will stay with you long after the credits roll. You wake in a black and white forest, the air thick with mist and danger. You're a nameless boy, drawn by whispers to find your sister. Every step feels weighty, thin limbs snapping underfoot, the distant creak of swinging traps. Puzzles twist physics. A giant spider's web requires bait, collapsing floors hide crushing spikes. And death is immediate and silent. One mistake, and the screen fades to black. You start again, heart pounding. The minimalist soundscape, the drip of water, the scrape of metal, amplifies every moment of dread. Yet amid the gloom, delicate shafts of light reveal hidden paths and the faint silhouette of your sister, calling you on. When you finally reach her, the forest exudes relief and sorrow in a single frame. Limbo is a haunting poem in silhouette, a wordless journey you'll replay to feel that fragile tension all over again. You're Robin, fresh off the boat in a kingdom on the brink of ruin. Sword in hand, you join Chrome and his band of battlemates in a grid of tactical maps. Each turn, you weigh life and death choices. Does the healer risk a square to save the archer? Will you pair the shy warrior with the fierce mage to spark hidden support conversations? Between battles, campfires flicker as characters reveal hopes, fears, and cheeky banter. Robin's amnesiac past, Lissa's stubborn optimism, Henry's delightfully twisted humor. Permadeath looms. One wrong move and a favorite character is gone forever. Climactic clashes with dragons and time-warped foes push your strategies to the breaking point, and when the final blow falls, you watch alliances forged in blood stand together, ready to face destiny. Fire Emblem. Awakening is strategy laced with heart, proving weekends were meant for epic sagas. You wake up in a dilapidated aperture facility. Wheatley's chattering voice greets you through a cracked dome. Armed with a portal gun, you bend space to fling yourself across test chambers. One portal on the floor, one on the wall. Suddenly you're defying gravity and sarcasm in equal measure. GLaDOS returns, her biting wit as sharp as ever, turning every triumph into a laugh-out-loud taunt. You solve puzzles that escalate from simple portal swaps to tractor beams, gels that make you speed or bounce, and mind-bending light bridges. Alongside Wheatley's bumbling guidance and GLaDOS's needle-sharp commentary, you uncover Aperture's twisted history and hidden rooms, stuffed with cake recipes and ominous scribbles. The finale, a race through crumbling labs as GLaDOS hurls betrayal after betrayal, rewards you with a heartwarming send-off above the clouds. Portal 2 isn't just a game. It's a roller coaster of clever puzzles and unforgettable humor. You're Stanley, office drone number 427, watching colleagues vanish from their desks one by one. With no colleagues and a blinking screen command, you step off your yellow arrow path into the unknown. A disembodied narrator narrates your every move, cajoling you down corridors or daring you to stray. You push E on the blue door, and he groans in disapproval. You choose the red door, and he cheers your rebellion. Each turn spawns fresh absurdities, office rooms filled with custard, endless staircases that go nowhere, and hidden endings that unravel the very idea of choice. You feel giddy as you outwit the narrator, but also a strange twinge when you follow his instructions to the letter. In the final bifurcation, you either escape into sunlight or remain trapped in sterile cubicles forever. The Stanley Parable is less a game and more a philosophical prank, one you'll giggle through in a single weekend marathon. You return to Possum Springs as Mae Borowski, college dropout with a chip on her shoulder, and a hunger for something real. The town's rusted minds echo with whispered memories. The locals, her childhood friends, are changed too. You roam moonlit streets, tiptoe through abandoned buildings, and dive into deep conversations at the Snack Falcon Diner. One night, you and Greg break into his boss's trailer just for kicks. Another, you explore an eerie abandoned mine with B, trading jokes that mask deeper fears. Strange cults, ghostly figures, and half-whispered legends haunt the margin. Between mini-games, playful and weird, you peel back layers of midlife stagnation and suppressed trauma. When a dark force awakens beneath the town, Mae must confront her own demons to save the friends who never left. Night in the Woods weaves humor and heartbreak so tightly, you'll emerge at dawn feeling like you've actually grown up. You awaken in neon-soaked alleyways as Subject Zero, a samurai for hire with no memory and a killer instinct. One slash of your katana and guards collapse. You dodge bullets in a slow-motion dance, slicing through time itself with a special slow drug. Conversations with shady fixers crackle with noir wit. Jokers, liars, potential allies, and your choices in dialogue shift your next hit's difficulty and the story's dark underbelly. Each level is a bullet hell puzzle. Curve your slashes around cameras, kick grenades back at troopers, and use the slow drug to rewind death and learn enemy patterns. Between missions, you stare into mirrors asking, "Who am I?" The answers sting. A cycle of violence, addiction, and manipulation by unseen masterminds. In the final showdown, time loops shatter, and you face the puppet master pulling the string. Katana Zero is hyper-violent poetry, tense, stylish, and over before you know it, leaving you craving another weekend fix. You step into the neon-fused streets of Cloudbank as Red, a singer felled by a mysterious attack. Her voice resides in the Transistor, an AI blade that steals the voices and abilities of those it executes. You slice through corrupted citizens in elegant combat. Pause time, Q attacks, dash behind foes, then watch your deadly ballet unfold. Every turn-based pause is a choice. Unleash 3 rapid strikes, then kick enemies back, or buff your defense and rain explosions. Between battles, you sift through glowing files that reveal Cloudbank's bank's secrets, ambitious architects of change, and the tragedy that silenced your voice. The transistor hums with Red's inner monologue, sharing regret, hope, and a burgeoning resolve. As you ascend a tower of sound to confront the process, you forge your own destiny and a heartbreaking farewell. Transistor blends strategy and storytelling into a glimmering weekend symphony. You awaken to a world shattered, the sky alight with shards, as the kid guided by a gruff narrator who calls out every jump, every slash of your sword. You dash across floating aisles, building bridges with fallen debris, and uncovering glowing crystals that rebuild your home. Combat is brisk. Dodge roll through sniper's fire, unleash your hammer in sweeping arcs, or rip through foes with your twin pistols. Each weapon has its own rhythm, and every room shift changes your tactics. Between the action, the narrator's tales fill in the backstory, a calamity that broke the world and the people he lost. Every story snippet feels personal, as if you're flipping pages in a friend's journal. In the final bastion, you choose: sacrifice your newfound home to restore the world, or rebuild from these shattered aisles. Bastion's mix of tight action and a voice that feels like it's right next to you makes it the perfect weekend capstone. And there you have it. 20 games that respect your time and absolutely wreck your heart, brain, or both in the span of a weekend. Who knew emotional devastation could be wrapped up in 6 to 10 hours and still leave you feeling like you just lived a whole lifetime? Whether you were dodging bullets in slow motion, unraveling your own body to cross a river, or bonding with a sarcastic AI in a collapsing science facility, you earned that end credits screen. And let's be real, isn't it kind of magical when a game doesn't demand 3 months of your life to tell you something meaningful? So now I gotta ask, which one are you starting with? Are you going full cozy with a short hike, or diving headfirst into the neon chaos of Katana Zero? Or maybe you're brave enough to let Edith Finch break your soul, just a little. Whatever you pick, just remember, sometimes the best gaming memories come from the shortest journey. And hey, if you shed a tear, screamed into a pillow, or nearly broke a controller this weekend, you did it right. If you like this list, hit that like button like it owes you XP, subscribe for more weekend-worthy picks, and let us know in the comments. What's your favorite short but stunning game? Until next time, keep the snacks close, the save files backed up, and the emotions just barely in check. See you in the next one.